Hi, this is Mrs. Arroyo, and today we are on day 8 of math. Make observations about a ruler. Go ahead and solve the problem in your head. Pause the video if you need to. 13 minus 9. You should have 4. 14 minus 12. You should have 2. Our daily learning target is, I can make observations about a ruler. Our standards are, understand the importance of the 0 point and end point, and that the length measure is the span between 2 points. Recognize that the units marked on a ruler have equal length intervals and fit together with no gaps or overlaps. These equal interval distances can be counted to determine the overall length of an object. What observations can you make about this ruler? Go ahead and pause the video and see what you can observe. So the first thing you might notice is that this is a wood ruler. You can have wood rulers, plastic, metal, it does not matter what it's made of. Another thing that we have, this ruler measures inches and centimeters. What we're focusing on today is inches, and that's why we have it turning this way, so that we see the inches up top. We also see that we have numbers to show us the number of inches, so that we don't have to go and count each time. This ruler only has 8 inches, but a lot of rulers have 12 inches. Another thing you may have noticed is that the first inch, the 0 point, does not start at the end of the ruler. So there's this little gap here that we do not use to measure. So just remember, we're not measuring this. And then you might also notice that each inch is spaced evenly, that there are no gaps and overlaps. They are all back to back. They are all the same size. And they have little lines going through. These are fractions of inches. We're not focusing on that today. We are just focusing on what an inch is and measuring items in inches. Zoe says the eraser is 4 inches long. Layla says the eraser is 3 inches long. Who is correct? Take a moment and record your answer. If you said Layla, then you were correct. Layla did this the right way, and I'm going to show you why. Zoe sees this lines up with 4, but what Zoe didn't do right was that she started at 1, and she left all this space here. And that's not okay, we can't do that. That's like cheating when you raise yourself on your tippy toes to measure your height. We're not doing that. We want the actual length. This one starts at the 0 point, which on this ruler just so happens to be at the end. That's something you have to look for in each individual ruler. And then she sees that it's closest to 3. Now there's a little bit of a space, but we're going to go ahead and round it up to 3. So this ruler is in fact 3 inches long, and Layla did this correct. So this is another example of what an object looks like that is 3 inches. This starts at the 0 point, which again, each ruler is different, but you're going to get it as close as you can to the 0 point, and then see what number it goes closest to. We know it's definitely not 2, it's definitely not 4. This lines up closest to 3. So this pencil is 3 inches long. Go ahead and find the mistake. See if you can figure out what this person did wrong when they were measuring the Lego. So if you said they did not line it up properly, then you would be correct. This is not lined up at the 0 point. Instead, they tried to line it up at the end of the ruler, and then that left this empty space. This is the way that it should be lined up. Dante uses a ruler to measure the length of his blue crayon in inches. Discuss each statement. Are they true or false, and why? The starting point for the length of this crayon is at 1. We see that they correctly used the starting point of 0. So this is false. Next, the end point of this crayon is at 3. We see that it does line up with 3, so this is true. Next, the length of this crayon from the starting point to the end point is 3 inches. We see our starting point and our ending point, the number 3, and we know our unit of measure is in inches, so this is also true. Now it's time to check your understanding. Which is true about the length of the scissors? The distance is from 0 to 3, the distance is from 1 to 4, or the distance is from 0 to 4. Record your answer in your packet or online, and then submit it to me. Let me know if you have any questions or if you need any challenges. Thank you for listening and learning. Bye-bye.